All right, in this video, I'm going to explain exactly how I'm planning to scale to 100K a month with my growth operating agency at the age of 19. I'm going to go through the four biggest levers we can pull, the three biggest lessons I've learned after around 4 years in the business or in the business world, I guess you can say, and then also some of my plans for the next 6 months of this year, as well as some of my learnings from the first 6 months of this year and thoughts moving forward. So let's just get straight into it. This is going to be a little bit of a different type of video, and I'm really looking forward to kind of giving you guys an insight into what I do, why I'm doing it, and kind of what I'm planning to do moving forward, and the impact I'm trying to leave as well. So a little bit of a different video, but let's get straight into it. So first of all, if you see me looking to the left here, that's me looking at a Google Doc that I've got some notes on. So obviously it's not fully off the dome, but I do have a little bit of notes, I guess you can say. I do have a few notes. So let's get straight into it. Now, the first thing is documentation. I'm going to be documenting a lot more as we scale and as we kind of grow, because documentation and getting your name out there is going to be a huge part of growth, and it's huge. As you guys all know, social media is just getting bigger and bigger and bigger, and I mean it, and I need to take advantage of that. Like, I'm helping my clients scale with social media. Why don't I? The next thing is going to be publishing clients. So if you guys don't know what growth operating is, or don't know kind of the growth operating space, I guess you could call it, or whatever kind of unique mechanism you want to call it, a publishing client is someone who essentially has no audience, no following, and maybe even no camera skills, but they do have a skill that is monetizable. Essentially, that's what publishing is. You partner with people who have a skill that is monetizable and build a coaching program. You front the ad spend, you build the offer, you do everything other than fulfilling the service, and essentially scale offers from zero with all the risk being on your side of things. So that's another thing. Right now, we've got one out of our 5 RevShare clients. We've got one publishing client, which is doing really, really well, which we're planning to scale very, very hard into the future. Now, the next thing and the third lever we're going to be pulling to scale to 100K a month is going to be building out an agency offer kind of ascension program, right? Right now, we've just got our done for you. We don't have any done with you or do it yourself offers. Those are offers that I'm currently building out and going to be building out and marketing towards with my social media. I'm not going to become like a B2C course seller, if that makes sense. Essentially, I'm going to be selling consulting and done for you packages and done with you packages, or done with you and do it yourself packages, essentially, for clients, as well as some odd done for you kind of BNR type of deals where it's maybe we build out a webinar for 9 to 12K, take a little bit of rev share on the first one, and kind of give you the system and the sales team to move forward with that solo. Just because we can't service everyone that comes to us with our done for you offer, whether it be because we don't have enough space, whether it be because the offer's not doing big enough, or the offer doesn't have potential, are all kind of reasons why we don't do that and why we can't bring everyone on. So essentially, my whole thought process is we should ideally get our highest revenue per lead as possible, and have something for every lead that comes through the door, and be able to help every person in some way, whether it be a done for you, done with you, or do it yourself programs. Now, the fourth thing, and arguably the most important lever I'm going to be pulling to get to 100K a month for the agency, is going to be selectiveness with clients, with our team, and with our standards as well. So when it comes to who we take on, when it comes to our team, who we're picking, who we're onboarding, who we're not onboarding, who we're firing, as well as the standards that we hold that team to, is going to be super, super important for us to kind of hold to an extremely high standard. And you'll understand why when I start going into my lessons, or my 3 biggest lessons so far. This is just the lessons with Growth Op. I have been doing this for 4 years, 5 years, not Growth Op specifically, but a bunch of different business models. I started around 14, and I'm 19 now, so 4 to 5 years, which is crazy to say, to be honest, in the space, doing something or trying to do something. Most of that time, 80% of that time, was spent failing over and over and over again. And still, 80% of the time today has been failing. Like, for every win, I probably have 20 failures, whether it be failed launches, whether it be failed client relationships, whether it be failed onboarding for sales reps, failed to hit KPI, etc., etc. Every win is probably 20 failures. I'll be honest, really, really honest. So, yeah, biggest lesson so far, is, first one is that team is everything when it comes to scaling. Like, you can brute force your way to 20K a month, but if you want to get above that and really scale above that effectively, a team is what is needed. Whether you bring on a co-founder, whether you bring on some partners that you pay in rev share, whether you bring on a VA, whatever it may be, someone that's going to take something off your plate or take a big thing off your plate so you can focus on leverage tasks is going to be huge. Really, really big when it comes to scaling an info offer and scaling your agency as well. Now, the second lesson I've learned is doing what you don't want to do is going to take you to my second lesson is doing what you don't want to do is going to take you to a place you haven't been to before. Essentially what I mean is doing different shit is going to get you a different outcome, right? Which is a part of the reason why I'm doing this video. Like, I never really film these videos, and I never really document enough, which is what you guys are going to see. I'm going to start documenting more. I'm going to start posting more on YouTube, posting more on Instagram, doing my thing there, because doing different shit is going to get you to a different outcome. How can I expect to scale my agency from where it is now to 100K a month by doing the same actions over and over again? I just can't, right? Obviously, you can do more of the same action, which I'm going to do, but you need to do different things to get a different outcome. It's just simple logic, right? And the third, but not final lesson, or like the third final lesson that is really, really important, there are a bunch of little lessons that I've learned, is essentially that control is everything in this game. And I really, really do mean that. This is why we're trying to take on more publishing clients at the moment, because you control a lot of things. You control the ad spend, you control how hard you scale, you control essentially the business, and you kind of own the business to a degree. They're just the face of it. So essentially you depict what's going to happen. For example, with normal clients, if they're sick, they can't film an ad. If they are not wanting to scale info super hard, they're not going to film new ads. They're not going to kind of film a new VSL, do a new thank you page, etc., etc. It's going to make it really, really hard for you to scale. And obviously, it's going to kind of give you an excuse to kind of lay back and not really focus as much, because you're like, oh, this guy's wanting to do this guy's not wanting to do that. I'm just going to give up, or I'm just going to not work as hard because he's not working as hard as me. With a publishing client, they're incentivized as well because it's literally free money, but you're incentivized so much that you push them. And if worse comes to worse, you just get a new face as well, which is the hard reality, but it is the truth. So pushing publishing is going to be huge just for that control aspect. Obviously, the income is going to be really nice. Scaling an offer to 100K a month profit is much, much easier than scaling an offer to 500K a month profit. For example, 100K a month profit at 50% rev share or 50% profit share is 50K. And then a 500K a month offer at 10% profit share is 50K as well. So much, much easier to scale for the same kind of takeaway, because at the end of the day, it's about what you take home, not necessarily always about what the offer brings in, unless you're using it for a testimonial play, which is a whole nother story that I've been learning and kind of understanding, or I've understood for a while, actually, to be honest. But yeah, those are my 4 levers and kind of the 3 lessons I've learned so far. But there is a lot more I want to talk about and a few more things that I want to kind of go over. The first thing is, now that I've been doing this for a while, like I would say I've been making money for the last 2.5 years type of thing out of the 4 to 5 year span. Making money and like revenue numbers don't really give me that much fulfillment. What does give me fulfillment is building something that leaves an impact and actually helps people out. Like, for example, I'm pretty chill, like with my money. Like, I could live the next 10 years with my current expenses and be completely fine, which is great because it's given me that kind of buffer to take risk, to do this, to do that, which is going to help me progress further. And obviously, as you guys know, with risk comes reward, but obviously risk has its own downsides as well. But I've got that capital to kind of reinvest into different things, different plays to make more money, or something just to make my money make more money, right? So I'm pretty chill when it comes to revenue. I'm not going to say I've made it. I'm not going to say I can retire right now because I honestly can't, but I'm pretty chill for a 19-year-old when it comes to how much is in their bank account or how much I've got in investment avenues, etc., etc. So the thing that's really going to kind of give me that fulfillment is building stuff that can help those around me, whether it be being able to give back to my family, make an excess amount of money so I can give back to them, whether it be to give back to a charity or give back to my team, or, have a team retreat somewhere or host an event for people who are maybe just getting into the space or looking to get into the space in New Zealand or in another country, etc., etc. Whether it be building schools, whatever, like doing that shit is what's going to really fulfill me, not necessarily being like, oh, let's make 100K a month and profit 95K, right? So yeah, the other thing that I want to speak about is life is about doing hard shit. Like scaling to 100K a month is going to be fucking hard. It is hard as fuck. It is not necessarily all fun and all sunshine and rainbows. As I said, there's like 20 losses and so much stress involved with scaling that I've come to know and come to understand to a decent degree. So yeah, life's hard. Life's about doing hard shit, whether it be in the gym, whether it be in your business, whether it be in your like personal life, whatever it may be. Life is about doing hard shit because everything's perspective, right? For example, if you're locked in all the way down here, a level of fun this high is going to feel so much better than if you're only like semi locked in and you're here, simply because the gap differential between the two is huge, is huge. For example, if you're not that locked in and your kind of party time or your fun time is here, the difference is only this much, so you're not going to get that much of a spike. Whereas if your lock-in is like way down here and your fun is at the same level, you're going to get such a bigger spike because your difference is so big in like dopamine or whatever hormone or fucking neuro thing it is. So yeah, plan for the next 6 months is I want to build some type of proper community, whether it be in online business, whether it be in emerging markets, whatever it may be. Build some type of community that can host events in person and you can really connect and meet people is going to be a big goal for me as well. Whether that be in New Zealand or whatever is another thing as well. Obviously scaling clients, like ideally I'd love to hit $500,000 a month with a client in the kind of Q3, Q4 period, which would obviously be huge towards us getting to 100K a month goal as well. And also testimonial would be great. And I just like scaling and like seeing closers hit record months and being like, holy fuck, I'm paying this guy 30K this month, I'm paying this guy 20K this month. This is crazy, right? And then obviously building something great, building something that leaves an impact, a positive impact is going to be huge for me as well. Like obviously courses and that type of thing has got a really bad name, and I understand why it's got a bad name. I've been burnt. I've spent, multi 5 figures on courses and been burnt on the odd one here and there, which is completely fine. But I really do pride myself on working with people who genuinely provide real value and genuinely change lives and care about their students. No matter how many students they've got, they really do care about them and want to leave a good impact and a positive impact on every single student that comes through the door. Obviously, you're never going to have like 100% success rate with this because at the end of the day, if you've ever invested into a mentorship, you'll see that most successful people really, really try. And the people who usually don't succeed probably don't put in that same amount of effort, especially in the biz ops space, that would be. Now, obviously fitness wise as well, I want to, get more fit. And as I said in my second kind of takeaway or lesson, I guess you can say, is doing what you don't want to do is going to take you to where you haven't been before. I don't always want to go work out. I don't always want to go to the gym. I don't always want to cut down on calories, but doing that is going to take me to a different place, both physically, mentally. And if it takes me to a different place mentally, my business is going to change because I'm not thinking the same way I was earlier, right? So yeah, fitness is going to be huge when it comes to scaling to a kind of, that 100K a month mark at the age of 19. But yeah, other than that, if you guys do need any help with scaling, you guys need any advice, if you're new to the space, if you're maybe looking to get into growth or whatever, flick me a DM on Instagram. I'm happy to help you out. I wouldn't probably jump on a call with you, but I'll definitely message you and flick you some voice notes on kind of advice on any questions you've got for completely free. I'm not trying to put you into some sort of profile funnel or something like that. But yeah, other than that, I hope this gave you some insight onto how we're planning to scale to 100K a month at 19 and kind of why I'm trying to scale there, as well as some of our biggest takeaways and the levers we're going to pull to get there. But other than that, the last 2 years has honestly been crazy for me. Really changed my life. To everyone I've met along the way, 99% of you guys are complete G's. Respect every single one of you guys. And if I meet you in person as well and you're in the online space, bro, insane. Crazy stuff, to be honest. But other than that, that's all I had to say. Enjoy the rest of your morning, afternoon, evening, and I hope you guys had some really good takeaways from this from this YouTube video. And again, feel free to flick me a message if you need any help with anything at all. And if you do need mentorship, I'll probably refer you to one of my boys who's killing it at the moment as well. So, yeah, other than that, I appreciate you guys watching to the end, and I'll talk to you guys soon. And you will see my face more because I'm going to be documenting a lot more when it comes to scaling to this 100K a month. Peace.